Are you lying in bed with your mind replaying everything you said, did, forgot, or still need to solve? Tonight we are not forcing sleep. We are helping your mind put the day down. Some days feel heavier than others. Some days leave unfinished thoughts, unanswered messages, awkward conversations, small mistakes, quiet worries about tomorrow. And when the world finally gets quiet, the mind often gets louder. It starts reviewing the day, looking for what went wrong, searching for what could have been better, trying to solve problems that do not need to be solved tonight. But bedtime was never meant to become a courtroom. You do not need to put your whole day on trial before you rest. This is where gratitude becomes useful. Not fake positivity. Not pretending everything was perfect. Not ignoring the difficult parts of the day. Gratitude simply helps your mind widen the frame. Because stress has a way of making one difficult moment feel like the whole story. Gratitude reminds you that the whole story is bigger than the hardest part. So tonight, start small. Think of one thing that went right today. It does not need to be impressive. It does not need to be dramatic. It only needs to be real. Maybe someone was kind to you. Maybe you finished something small. Maybe you had a quiet moment. Maybe you made it through a day that asked a lot from you. Let your mind stay with that for a moment. Not to escape reality, but to remember that reality contains more than stress. Now think of one thing you handled today. Maybe you stayed patient when it was difficult. Maybe you showed up when you were tired. Maybe you kept going even though you wanted to shut down. Maybe you did not do everything perfectly, but you still did enough to keep moving. Give yourself credit for that. Most people move through their days without ever acknowledging what they handled. They only notice what remains unfinished. But unfinished does not mean failed. Incomplete does not mean meaningless. A hard day does not mean a wasted day. Now think of one thing you can leave for tomorrow. One worry. One decision. One task. One conversation. One problem that does not need to be solved while your body is asking for rest. You are allowed to set it down. You are allowed to come back to it with a clearer mind. You are allowed to rest before everything is fixed. Tonight, your job is not to repair the entire day. Your job is to close the day gently. One thing that went right. One thing you handled. One thing you can leave for tomorrow. That is enough. Let the mind stop searching for every mistake. Let the body stop carrying every worry. Let the day become complete, even if it was not perfect. Gratitude does not erase stress. It gives your mind somewhere softer to land. So as this day ends, remember this. You made it through. You learned something. You carried what you could. And now you're allowed to rest. Repeat this evening reset whenever your mind feels too full before sleep. Find one good thing. Recognize one thing you handled. Leave one thing for tomorrow. Like and subscribe for more.